Yeah, good day and welcome back to my channel. My name is CJ, and today we just want to do a quick one on support and resistance. Support and resistance. It is about all we need to have some skills around to be able to take trades in HFX. HFX, high frequency forex, money in minutes. Okay, and how do we find support and resistance levels? How do we find support and resistance levels? It has to be some lines drawn here, drawn there, and all that. But how do we find these levels? It's important. How do we find this level? Okay, those are about the things we need to do in this session. Firstly, sorry about that. What is support and resistance? What is support and resistance? Yes, our market is just about opening now, just opening not quite long now. Okay. Now, what is support and resistance? What is support and resistance? That's the question we always ask ourselves. Now, if you don't know much about the market or thereabout or whatever, but then you need to know what support and resistance is. Now, quickly, what is support and resistance? I can say that these are areas where price has reacted to in the past, and is also a potentially strong area that price can react again in the future. There are areas that price has reacted to in the past, and there are also potentially very strong areas where price can also react to in the future. Okay, take for example, okay, I quickly want to draw this. Okay, something happened here, it has passed, it came here again, something happened, as you can see here, this area, just like these areas. Okay, now this could be said to be a support line, okay, or a resistance line, depending on the part it is playing at that moment. Okay, now why do we draw them in the first place? Why do we draw the supports and resistance lines in the first place? Yes. Why do we need to draw them in the first place? Why? Okay, not only to make it easy for us to attempt to trade in the market, okay, because without that we can't trade, except we just want to gamble. Okay, but it also helps us look out for trade opportunities at these areas of support and resistance, without which we will not just be gambling in the market, but we'll just be fooling ourselves. Okay, so it is important. What are those things to look out for when drawing our support and resistance lines? It's very important too. What are those things to look out for? Okay, now the first thing we need to be looking out for example, we have to be looking out for the highest and the lowest parts. Okay, we have to be looking out for the highest and the lowest points at some given point in time. Take for example, this is one day. If we want to look at support in one day, we need to be looking at this high point, this low point, low points, low points, okay, low points, high points. So we need to be looking at high points. So for example, as I'm doing it here, you are seeing how it's happening. Okay, so those are the things we need to, that's one of the things we need to be looking out for. And again, we need to be looking out for multiple and obvious levels around price. Multiple means where price sorry about that, where support or resistance could touch various points in the market. Take for example, I do this. I like using my horizontal array. I draw this. What do you see? There was a reaction here. There was a reaction here. There was a reaction in this whole area. There was a reaction in this whole area. There's a reaction here too. There's a reaction in this whole area. There's a reaction here. Wow. You see it? So I cannot just come and pick anywhere. What is the reaction we are talking about? Oh, I can come here and draw a line here. I said the market reacted here because it touched the lines. No. Reaction means that when price got there, it either went back, broke through, came back to it, or whatever. It either touched it, bounced off, touched the roof, bounced off. Those are the things we're talking about. Okay? Now, if you look at this second line that I drew, we mark it purple, okay? If you look at this second line, you see that broke through. Nothing serious is just happening around it. It's just breaking it. Okay, so this is not, it touched it, okay, multiple times. Yes, but it is not what we are looking for. They are not obvious levels. These are not creating levels. Like you come here and put here, it becomes touched it here, bounced off, touched it here, bounced off, broke it here, came, retested it, came down, retested it, bounced off, retested it. This is what we are. In fact, what will they talk again? Now the matter be this. I hope you are getting it. Look at it. These are past. All these past. This is touched it here again. After all this has passed. So this is exactly a summary of what we're talking about. Okay? So what more are we going to be looking out for? What are those things to look out for? That's what exactly I'm talking about. I've mentioned that we are going to be looking at the highest, lowest areas. I've mentioned that. I've also talked about looking at multiple and most obvious areas in the market. Also, now we're talking about the move away from that area should be mostly drastic. Okay, if you see these things here, check out. Come here. Take for instance this place. See the way they land, see the way they take off. See the way they land, see the way they take off. You are having engulfing candles around it. You are seeing it. Look at all these candles. They are different from the candles that hit this resistance. Look at all these candles. Look at the one that hit it. They get finish here. Look at the one that took it out. Okay? They are not like this. Look at these candles around this. They are not like this. Okay? Look at this one that took it there. So, now Boa, which is also referred to as engulfing candle. Boa candle. Okay? Okay? And Another thing also, I've talked about 3 of them already, 4. That one, they get to be high areas, low areas. High, you take the highest and the lowest areas, the points of some given points in time. That's one. We look at for multiple and most obvious levels also. Then we also talk about making you have some drastic move away or to these levels. That's 3. Then also the other one is that you also need to understand the fact that they swap roles. What do I mean by swapping of roles? At this point, bounced off, came again, bounced off. Why? This place was a support. It came here. Go don jege for here small before it break am. But then I would love to use this. You can see it. It became a ceiling at this point. A resistant. Hit am here, came down. Hit am here again, came down. Hit am, touch am, pass am small, come down. Touch am here, came down. Break am like this. Jege finish for here, but at the end, came down. This is called retest. I will come and have a special video on this, but every time I think of retest, I look at the difference between Superman and the Incredible Hulk. Superman take off, he dey fly finish. Although go see come down, but he go too fly for up where they touch ground, dey far. But Hulk does not fly. Hulk leaps. Okay? Hulk, Incredible Hulk leaps. Now, if this was the line we're talking about, for instance, okay, and the Hulk comes, burst this line, e no go continue. Bros go come down. E go come. Wetin dey come down come do? It's coming to pick momentum to go again. Okay? Sometimes one momentum no dey reach you. Maybe when you go take jump down that time, you go just jump enter nail. Because of that pain, no go too go up. You see how jege, struggle. Maybe all this point now, they try to comot the nail for leg, don't comot and the ear call land of better ground way. Bros go take off. But that is just about support and resistance. Swapping roles. Yeah. What is a ceiling? What's a support at this point? A floor became a ceiling at this whole point. Broke again, became a support. Okay. So that being said, I think lastly we say before it becomes a support and resistance, it should have been tested recently within that same time frame. Okay, before the thing they support or here, don't test or here. And I know if I go back, enter to history. See the line now. The line does shift. But if you come here, you see and say you touch one thing or the other. So not be joke. And so the market just do. Okay. Now I want us to quickly jump into it. I told us how I chat. I don't spend too much of my time. Yes, the market is just opening, but I can pick some levels that could help us do some trading even when the market finally opens. Okay, I pick the flat tops and the flat bottoms close to this. So I will also tell you pick this, pick here. Just look what I'm doing. You can watch it over and over again, and it will help you. but I know I don't miss these flat tops, that is flat tops and flat bottoms, that is close to price. This is also close to price. This is, mind you, in the 1 day. Okay, go over to the 1 hour, go 4 hours, get that time. 1 hour. What do we do here? Pick. As you can see, I'm using the purple color for everything between 30 minutes to 1 day. Okay, this is another area. Just picking the flat tops, flat bottoms, flat bottom. Also, they do not pass like this. Flat bottom, a flat top. What again? There's another one here, flat top. Okay. I need the like lines. Too many lines makes it difficult to even know what you're looking for. What I do is I'm going to leave all this because I'm looking at taking my time to look at this market during the day too. If not, what I would have done is delete 1, 2, 3, 4, or leave this one, make it a zone. Or you can see, leave all the within these candles. I won't have charted more than what's my box? This area, not more than every other candle. You know, every other candle or every other line. Sorry, all these lines, I'll have thrown them away. Okay. That being said, I go to my lower time frame, which is 30 minutes. Okay. What do I look for? At this point, I begin to make my zones. This is a zone. This is a zone. Where else again? Okay, this is a flat top. This is a zone. My chart will soon become very clean now as I do my own. This is a zone. Okay, now that done, then I will remove all these other ones, all these lines that I'm not using anymore. Remove them. That's useful. This is not. Prefer zones, having zones. Delete, 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 delete. Now I'll bring this back a little. Okay. See. Okay. Okay. Now, okay, this has to go. Good. Now this is it. What am I doing again? To the 15 minutes. Now, being in the 15 minutes, what am I looking for? Flat tops, flat bottoms. Yes, this is where I now begin to becomes what? Support. Resistant. Resistant as a zone. Basically, okay, this is one, and that will be all. Now, when this is done, I can come here, make this a zone. Please, you can go over this video over and over, and a lot of videos that I've done also on charting to be very useful to you. Now that's my 15 minutes. Come to my 5 minutes. What am I still looking out for? You can see the market opened here on this line. Okay, let me just get this. obvious. Good. What symbols? Session. Sorry, session. Yes. Just sorry, this is not looking for his appearance. Wow, why can't I see this? Okay, no problems. Oh, shit. Okay, let's do this again. Good, good to go. Yes, I see like this is where the new session of the market also. But let's see what's happening. Okay, now we are in our 5 minutes and we can see clearly what our 5 minutes is saying. And right here, I have this top. All of this bottom. Okay, that's just about it. Okay, this is support. Okay, yeah, this is it. This is it. Now at this point, for the fact that I have this into my zone, there's something I need to be looking out for. What? Get my Cabra. Okay. Yes. Very okay what I'm seeing. You can see Cabra lines around here. 1, 2, 3. A good area. Okay. These close. Look out for a trade there. Now with this I get my which indicator am I going to use now? I use my DMI, use my RSI stochastic, target entry. Okay, and I use this. Now this is another place. You now have to be technical. What am I looking for here? This is where I get my points. Like the way you have in the IM Academy, you have point trades. This is where I get my points. Now, at this point, what is going to be happening? I get good entry. Okay. And that one's loading. Okay, shows me. Oh, it's telling me that it's selling. Good entry is telling me it is selling, and I will agree because you can see this is selling, and this just got to oversold. Okay, I may decide to wait for this until it starts buying, or I come here. Let me see easily what the market is saying. Apply this indicator in the entire layout. It comes here too. Wow, okay. Sorry. Yes, my symbol, please. My move. Yes, exactly. Now, since I have this here, while I'm looking out for it here, I can be looking at my 1 minute or 3 minutes to see what's the market doing. It's buying. It's telling me it's buying. It's gonna buy. It's buying here. It's going here. And this is going. So I'll wait for it. So this is just about how your support and resistance become relevant to you. Yes, this one is a good spot now. You can see wow, it's going, wow. That's the market though. It happens. But here, it's gonna go back. It's gonna definitely go back. It's good at support here. Now at this point, what would I have missed in the higher time frame? Okay, there's this support here. Could it be as attempting to come to the support? We cannot say. Let us see how it turns out. Okay, but this is basically what we really needed to know concerning support and resistance. This is what we strictly have to know. If it comes here now, I'm going to take it. Wow, it's coming here. So I think I'm going to really wait for my stochastic. I'm waiting for my stochastic. Waiting for stochastic to. Waiting for. Look, at this point, you can see the market is coming down. So what I'm going to do, why? I think it's coming to this area. But what I'm going to do now is wait for my stochastic here to tell me that it wants to buy, and here to tell me I should buy, and here to tell me I should buy. Okay, this is telling me a buy, buy, buy. These are points system. Need to see everything going on. This has shown us that there has been a rejection after coming to this. Now, if I had come here to take this trade for 5 minutes, it is definitely gonna clear. Although my stochastic has not fully set up. I'm waiting for it to come to this area. For it to come to this area. Wow. That's a good place. Okay. Oh, I made a mistake. I should have entered this for less. 3 minutes. Okay. Now, because this is going to be going, this is actually my 1 minute time frame. I'm looking at my 5 minutes time frame. That's what I'm looking at. That's actually formed a floor here in my 5 minutes, in my 1 minute. Now, there's something we're going to learn at the end of the day about confirmation. Now, This has given me a confirmation in Cabral. This has given me a confirmation. You can see confirmation, confirmation. This is crossing. Okay, so I'm getting my confirmation and I can go 3 minutes. Why? I've gotten confirmation here. Here it has crossed and it's going. This has given me confirmation. So you can see this straight line, everything aligning. This is about patience. I did this, yes, it's a demo account and I'm just practicing something. But then if I was actually trading, I don't usually trade around this time because of the market time. I don't trade around this time. But if I was actually trading on my live account, this is where I would have entered the trade after seeing my point system. I have how many points? 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5. What are these points? My stochastic here has told me, it has shown me green. Look at the straight line. My stochastic has shown me green. This stochastic also, there are different types of stochastic, different settings. This one has showed me, this one was just a tweet. This one has showed me that the buyers are taking over. It has crossed and it's going up. It has given me B in DMI. Okay, now after seeing all this, it has touched my support. Mind you, this support came from within 30 to 1 day, not 15 minutes. I told you it has a purple line. Now came within 30 to 1 day. Now it has touched it and it has gone up. Okay, so and again 1, 2, 3, support 4, 5 touched the Bollinger Band for Cabral. Okay, so we're gonna see the trades clear. We're gonna see it clear. To clear. All this is what we call jege. My friend, go back up. Okay, that's why it's actually very risky entering to the market in a 1 minute because there's so much noise, so much noise, so much noise. If you see, at the time it got here, I entered for 5 minutes. I'm just waiting for it. If at the time it got here, I entered 5 minutes, it's already above. So all this is just doing what it's doing. I'm waiting for it. Okay. And again, here, at the time it took off from here, it's not long it started coming back down. This is what they call noise. Let me see. Oh, those ones is not clear. Okay, this is what they call noise. Noise. Just go up now and it's coming down, reacting from this. That's come back here. 5 minutes. Okay, let me take it 3 minutes this time. That's come back to the support. It's trying to break it out. Well, there's nothing you can do much because you can see the stochastic is actually crossing again to go down. Now you are seeing a sell here. But most times 1 minute is mostly noise. So bank on your 5 minutes more if you have to take a trade. Please, it's very important. Now I'm in a better place. I'm in a better place if my stochastic and RSI in 5 minutes and in 3 minutes is telling me the same thing. Okay, if both of them are telling me the same thing, take for example, it wants to sell. In fact, sincerely, I don't take this trade. I don't take this kind of trade. Why? Because for me to take a buy or a sell and know I'm safe is that one of the points I add to my point system is that my 1 minute and my 5 minutes has to be saying the same thing, and it must say the same thing. That my 5 minutes is selling, is buying, and my 1 minute is buying, I'm in a safe zone. Or my 1 minute is selling and my 5 minutes is selling, I know I'm in a safe zone. So that's about what I look out for in the market. Okay, that's about what I look out for in the market. Be safe. Now you will see how this market will move when the 5 minutes crosses for a buy. The market moves with speed if 5 minutes is buying and 1 minute is buying. Okay, so please, I beg you, try as much as possible that when you trade, you don't only look out for your indicators after charting. You can see it reacting on those lines we did. You don't only look at your indicator at your chart lines, but you look at your indicators. Your indicators help you more. Okay, now the trades are pulled out. Now you can see the trades at last one cleared. Okay, it's cleared. But what I want you to actually see is, let us see the indicators for 5 minutes telling us to buy. Now as a beginner, you will have this challenge most times of entering a trade too early or late. But I tell you the truth, trades always give you a window. You always have a window to trade. You always have a window. Okay, but if you take that window, you can see now DMI is facing up. I just want us to get that perfect. I'm not looking at what the 1 minute is saying this time, because usually I don't take my trade based on 1 minute, just trying to show off something there. Now DMI is going. The moment the DMI peaks and the stochastic crosses, I get a green here. Everything aligning for me. I'm just trying to show you how I take my trades. Okay, but basically, let us not forget what we are talking about here today, and that is support, creating support and resistance. Okay, now you can see it. This is about the lines I've drawn, and if you go through that tutorial, you will see. Now even within the day, the next 6 hours to 10 hours time, price will still be reacting around this zone. Mostly be reacting around these zones. Okay, so it's very important. You can see, look at the Cabra sign. Cabra has come out with a good, there's a B here, this has crossed and this has come. So if I take this trade now for 3 minutes, okay, with confidence, most times I can just, no, this is not how we trade though. It's just sometimes you try to reaffirm your position. Most times you still learn a lesson, but don't do that in your live account. Yes, let's not forget what we have taught in risk management. Okay, risk management is important. For me, I tell people risk management is you should not afford to lose what you cannot stand. If you want to blow all your account and it will not hurt you, please, by all means, fire down. It is your account, but make sure you don't weep over it. You can see we are in a clear. Why? Because everything aligned for us. Even in the 1 minute now, you see it's taking off. You see, our stochastic is about coming too. Okay? You can see it. So if it is aligning like this, in a better place, okay, and this is either going to have a retest here or going to be coming to this point, meaning touch here or come back here to test it, then go up again, retest. This is hawk going up, incredible hawk. It may come and bounce back here and go back up. Okay, so that it's about what charting does. Imagine that these lines are not there. Okay. There's a way I will hide these lines. Okay. Imagine that I don't have these lines here. Okay, let me just flush it. All drawings gone. Imagine that these lines are not here. I would have been depending on these indicators. But my confirmation, because I don't just bank on Cabra's support and resistance, mine has to be on it or close to it, very close to it. Okay, imagine these ones are not here. How would you know what to do when price got here? How would you know? Nothing. You're blind. You're as blind as blind Bartimaeus. Okay, so this is just about these things. So it's important that we follow instruction, learn how to draw your support and resistance. It doesn't take time. I deleted everything I drew now. I removed all drawings. Why? Because if I want to do it back, it's easy. I go back to 1 day. And I start. I just start doing what I did before. Putting my markups up, down, left, right, and center, and that is it. So it's pretty easy. You can see the trade just cleared. This cleared. So one of the lessons here is have a sniper entry. Please have a sniper entry. I remember there's okay. I've not used it for a while now. I have these are indicators that you see it made it favorite. Call it sniper entry. Okay. Sniper entry. You see it. You see when the sniper entry told me to buy here, and it bought. Let's go to the 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. Yes. In Afro, are you saying this crossing might be my sniper entry telling me to also jump into the market? Okay, so indicators are good. The indicators are good, but they don't do the job on their own. They don't. So I beg us, Charting is key. I've given you the basics and I've told you why we need to chart. Okay, how do we find support and resistance? Because that's the key. Support and resistance. How do we get them in the market? Okay, we talked about support and resistance being areas where price has reacted to in the past and we still react to them. Okay, why do we need to draw them? We need to draw them not only because it makes it easy. I showed us just now when I removed everything. Going to the market, you are going in blind. Makes it easy for us to get into the market, and it also gives us, you see what happened when this place was exactly on my support. If it was not my support, I'll just be looking at it, what is price doing there. Okay, so it makes it easy when it's on your support line. Okay, what are those things to look out for when drawing support and resistance? I talked about the highs and the lows, and all that, connecting the highs and connecting the lows. Okay, and all, again, you look out for multiple and obvious levels, not just that there are many, but it's very clear. They're not going to follow you dragger. You understand? Nobody will follow you dragger. Now your own. It's your microphone. Okay, you get. So the move away from that area should be mostly drastic. Just mention that. Okay, should be mostly drastic. See the way they take off. Most times going there drastically comes out drastically. So that's about the key. Okay, and these levels at some point should have swapped also. Where be support today, if you be resistant tomorrow. Where be support in the morning, if you be resistant in the afternoon. Sometimes in that same morning, that same point will not support itself, resist itself, support itself. Family, necessary crop, support itself, resist itself. That's what they mean. Okay, so that's it. They must have swapped their roles. Okay, and lastly, I said also that it should have been within a time frame. It should be within a time frame. You can see if I'm looking at the time frame. When I looked at 1 day, by the time I came to 1 hour, by the time I came to 30 minutes, I had to rework my strategy, my lines. Okay. Now, what this means is that you don't need to be jumping from 1 week to 1 day to 4 hours to 1 hour to 45 minutes. Remember, you don't need it. Okay, I do 1 day, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. I just arrange and that is it. Okay, so I want to say have a lovely night's rest wherever you are. I hope that this will make sense to you. Please, if this makes sense to you, subscribe so that when we drop more videos, you will see them. And most importantly, if there's anything you are to query or whatever, you can drop your comment at the comment area and I will respond to it. Okay, it is your criticism that makes us better also. Okay, like I popularly say, keke mango, watch these tutorials and go beat the hand for Chelsea and watch it for it. It's not hard. It's as simple as this. It's not pass like this. So I say, have a lovely evening. God bless you wherever you are. Good night and God bless you. Bye.